lay your head. Nobody can get took your bed. Don't worry.
That God is using to display his greatness, his grandeur, and his magnificence. The art world and people around you now, if they don't know anything about art, if they found that picture in their basement, they would throw it away. I'm talking about the original, and even some reprints are $26,000. They would throw that away. They would say, man, this is a mess. One of his greatest pictures, y'all, is him looking out of a hospital, and it looks like a mental hospital. Your most breaking moment with God is your most defining moment. Anybody can trust God when everything is right, but when things are not right, can you still trust God? Can you still trust God when you can't trace God? Can you still trust God in those times when you can't feel God, but God is waiting for you to reach higher so that, oh God is waiting for you to reach higher so that you can feel him in a different place. And most people would throw that picture away because they wouldn't understand the value of creativity. They wouldn't understand the value of someone that realized that he was the greatest artist before his time. And I'm looking at people, and y'all gonna see me, and I'm telling y'all, I know that it looks like it was a broken piece, but I want you to understand, because you're in the hand of God. God is saying that you are the greatest masterpiece the world will ever see, because you've decided to change your why into a purpose. I've been through so much, y'all, and I got stuck in my life because my life did not reflect what I thought it would be like, and I got stuck at why. And I got to the place that why left me vacant, why left me wounded, and God never answered the why. And me and God had a problem. I didn't like God for a while. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I hated people and I hated God. I didn't like God. I didn't like him because I had the question of why that he did not answer. And the longer I stayed at the why question, the longer I stayed in the situation. Are you listening? The longer I stayed in the why, the longer I stayed in this situation, because God never answered my why. And so I made up my mind through revelation and changing my perspective. And I didn't say, why not me? Because I refuse to be victimized. I know, no. But then I understood something, God. If you're not answering, that means that the answer lies in me. And I'm trying to get you to answer something that you cannot answer for me. Because when I answer the why for myself, then I no longer have a question concerning what I've been through. Oh, that was deep, y'all. That was real heavy. That was one of the moments. And so he said to me something, and I never forget it because he never answered the why. But because the why could never be answered with me just thinking about why I went through it. The why had to be answered because now the why helped me to see my purpose and to answer my call, because my why, my broken place, was my treasure place. Because now one of my greatest ambitions in life and achievements in life is to find broken people, broken vessels that have value, that you're in a world that other people don't see your value because they're not the artist nor the creator of the artist. And I love this because it says, and Jesus is the author and the finisher, but we still have to play a part with the brush. Watch this. And so I asked God, you're not answering the why. So the why, me asking the question is not the answer. It's what I do with the why. Watch this. And I want to try to give y'all what he gave me. And it's so deep. I have to borrow this for a second. And it's so deep what he gave me. And I'm going to close with this because I know I'm a little over time, but I wanted to drop something. I wanted to drop something for you. This is how you answer the why question, because God can answer it, because the answer is inside of you. And if God answer it for you, then you never become the answer. I need you to check that too, because that was real deep, y'all. I've become the answer to people in their why state of being, and God allows me to pull them out so they'll operate in purpose. Oh, God, help us today. See, watch this. I know what value is when people devalue you. I know what treasures is when people try to cover you. Oh, I understand it, because that was those were my why places in my own personal life. And I need you to check this. One of the things to help me to get over the why is I changed my perspective. When I changed my perspective, my perception changed. When my perception changed, everything around me, the way I saw it, the way I viewed it, glory to God, it changed, because I thought the grave was my burial, but I didn't realize until I had a new revelation that it was my resurrection. It was the very thing that God was going to use to bring life in me that others took for granted, glory to God, and to bring something new in me that was going to produce something new in somebody else's life. Oh, this is good. So I have a little acronym, y'all, and I'm gonna drop the mic after this, so you have your moment by yourself. I'm gonna drop the mic after this and throw my tools up. Check this out. I said, God, I need to help the people with the why, because you never answered the why, because the why is answered in our decision to make something good out of a bad situation. Oh God, and until you do that, you'll be stuck at the crossroad of greatness and failure, devalue and value, worthlessness and worth. Oh God, you have value. God trusted you with certain situations that other people could not bear, so that you would be the power source and the image of victory. Watch this, and you got to catch this. Why? WHY. Watch this, watch this, watch this. And I'm almost out of here, and I'm almost finished. Watch this. Why? And he never answers the why. He never answers the why with a statement, because the answer to the why is in you. Every crossroad of the why in your life, the answer is not God answering the question, but you becoming the answer to the world around you. Watch this. Why? WHY. I said, God, I need to help your people. Change this around. And he said the WH for working. The H stands for history. And the Y stands for your way. How do I get out of the whys in my life? How do I get out of situations that devalue me, but yet I believe that I have value? Working history your way. Oh God. Until you work history your way, why will keep you at the crossroad of seeing your greatness? So I had to learn, and I'm so glad that he did not answer me. And that's why I can help y'all now, that I left the why. I left the why alone. And even if he gave me a reason and a why I had to suffer, the price I paid, it still wouldn't be enough. So now I had to learn how to work it for my good and to work it for somebody else's good. Did y'all hear what I said? So how do you answer the whys in your life and pick up your value in a broken place? You're working history your way. Oh God, I thought that I was losing control, but God says you didn't lose control. You are now gaining control, because where you lost it, you have now gained it. And now you have a power that somebody else doesn't have. And your power is going to help to empower other people, because watch this, you learn how to do something that most people stop when life hits them too hard. They stop working their life. They take their hands off of the canvas because they forgot the author and the creator still need their hand to touch something in order for it to be blessed. So the enemy meant it for our evil, but God says, if you put it back in your hand, I'm going to work it for your good. Did you see that? Working history your way. All things work for together for the good of them that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. And one of the greatest things God said to me, and I'm leaving with this, is he said to me, he said, until you work it for your good, it won't be good for you. Watch this. And just like a piece of wood is a tree, but a piece of wood also can be something that you create something great with. And so watch this. We have to change the wood in our lives into something. Oh, come on, did y'all catch that? We have to catch the wood in our lives into something that we can work with and make it great. And I decree that there's greatness over your life. I decree that you're not an accident waiting to happen. You're not a misfortune, that you have value. And sometimes you need to leave your environment and look at and go to other environments, because other environments will see you differently than the people that's holding you hostage to your history. Oh, I said it. Glory to God. And so, thank y'all today. I'm throwing my twos up, and remember, don't stop at the why. The why is the crossroad. Get over the why and start operating in purpose. Work your hand, work your dream, because there's greatness inside of you. And always remember, watch this, check this, y'all. God has fearfully, wonderfully, and marvelously made you, and you are in his image and his likeness. Love y'all. Peace.
Victory for Life presents Dr. Daniel E. Davenport and special guests April 27th through May 3rd at 12 p.m. Join us as we discover the value in a broken vessel. We'll be live on our Facebook page, Victory for Life. If you have a prayer request, please email it to victoryforlife4you@gmail.com. We'll see you soon.